Welcome back, everybody, for a special edition. It's my birthday day today. It's episode 9 from the Wandering Pug Studio. We have a lot of people here listening today. Obviously, to my left is the Wanderer. Say what's up.
Hope you're doing well, fam.
There
Happy
we
birthday
go.
to the man right here.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Appreciate
my brother.
it. From right to far left, I guess, we got Amish Doshi, my legal representative. He's here. I hope he says hello, and I hope he's not afraid to say something. Give it to me.
Hello. Happy birthday, Pugs.
There we go. Then we got Ernie, always as our statistician and just the color commentary for our show. And then we have another special guest, Devang. Guys, say hello in unison.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday, Pugs.
There we go. And last but not least, we have Steve Shady Brady. We got a lot to talk about with him because obviously Tom Brady recently just bought the Raiders, a small fraction of the Raiders. But we'll get that later in the show. So what I'm going to rant about right now, and it's Ryan's Rants Corner. It's not traffic today, thank God.
We
Because there was-
moved on to something else.
We have moved on to something else, Wanderer.
Hit me with it.
It is AMC movie theaters. That's my rant for today. So I was recently at AMC theaters. I purchased this pass
Do
that
you want to
get.
disclose the location?
Yeah, it was Roosevelt Field.
Okay.
Nothing crazy, but I recently just bought this pass from a friend of mine. It's $25 a month. You get to watch 3 movies a week, every week for the month. It's a steal. You buy 1 movie ticket, and it basically covers you for the month. So with this pass, you get to see 3 movies every week, which means 12 movies in a month. I don't even know how you could see 12 movies in a month. There's not 12 movies out there in a month, but you could see the same movie 12 times if you want, and that's it. It's absolutely fantastic. And on top of that,
So you're saying it's a value plan.
it's a value plan, 100%. And on top of that, not only that, but you get discounts on popcorn. You get $5 off on certain tickets after the fact. Matter of fact, I'm stealing the popcorn right now. Here it is. I'm eating it.
Cheers.
I was just at the movies earlier watching Guardians of the Galaxy.
Rant about something that's negative? This sounds pretty positive.
No, it's 100% positive.
is
This
this
is a positive rant.
Okay. Yeah, it's more like praise, but hey.
You know
wanna call
what?
it a
Have
rant?
some popcorn.
Sure.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Everyone should have some popcorn. But anyway, not only is this a great deal, but I advise everybody to do this deal. Because if you like the movies, or you take your girlfriend to the movies, your parents, like I took my parents today to the movies. It was my
Oh,
birthday today.
Look at you.
I took them to the movies today. They're senior citizens, so it cost me $20. I had my ticket for free. Fantastic. $20 for 3 people to go see the movies, plus a bucket of unlimited popcorn. Here it is right here. Boom. I would throw it around. It doesn't matter.
Sounds like a nice little Monday afternoon. Yeah.
100%.
Sounds like a paid plug to me. Is this a paid plug?
I don't know. I hope AMC sees this because it would be a paid plug. They owe me money right
AMC,
now.
reach out, please.
Please, AMC.
Hit our line.
100%. Fantastic deal, if you ask me. You can go see movies
We
with
love the
whoever the hell you want.
We like the recliners too.
Oh, 100% we like the recliners. I fell asleep in the movie for 10 minutes.
A
It
tall
was
drink
so
of
good.
water. I gotta,
Yeah,
stretch
100%.
out.
You know, fantastic. And you know what? If you have to go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom real quick, you come back, and then
That's
boom.
a dilemma in and of itself. I remember from Hard Knocks when I think it was the Bengals were on some years back. Carson Palmer discussing that. I think him and his brother came up with an app that told you when to go to the bathroom at certain times of movies.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
awesome, actually.
I thought. I mean, listen. I'm not sure how valuable that idea is, but I just thought
I
it was.
mean, I like it
I
because
just
I
thought
had
it
to go to the bathroom today.
I just thought it was very interesting that they invested that much time into calculating that.
I mean, listen, anything to help you out in the movie theaters is great. We both love movies.
That's
a lot
true.
of guys here love movies. A lot of guys that we're talking to,
Yes.
guys and women at home,
And going to the cinema as well.
love the cinemas.
Here it is, Wanderer.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, here we go. Ernie's got it. Let's go.
RunPee.com. The app that tells you the best time to run and pee during the movie, so you know.
Shout out to Carson
Best
Palmer
scenes.
and his brother Jesse. No, not Jesse. I don't think that's a different guy.
Wow.
Oh, it might be Jesse. I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't matter. We don't know his brother because he's not famous. But either which way.
Carson Palmer?
No, his brother.
Oh, right.
Right.
Maybe it was a quarterback. I'm not sure.
Either which way. Talking about the movies. If you have appropriate time to go to the bathroom, that's a home run.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have.
100%. 100%.
Definitely
Hands down.
valuable with as far as using your time. Using your time wisely.
Right. The one thing I want to say, though, is
Time is money, right?
right. And if you get this pass and you get to see all these movies or whatever, like next week I might go see Fast X, which I would never go normally to see because they have way too many movies at this point and it's way too ridiculous. But I'll see it for free,
Yeah.
right? At
right,
this
for
point,
free, yeah.
At this point, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy twice this month. So I'll go see it for free now.
It's funny that you mentioned what was the Fast and the Furious because I texted a friend, Burger. Shout out to Burger, last Monday to see what he was doing because he's off, and he was at the Guardians of the Galaxies. But then he sent me a meme of I guess it was like somebody holding up a poster, and it said "Stop making Fast and the Furious movies."
Well, they're not going to do that because there's another one coming out after this one. And then I think they're done. I think it's like 11 movies. I think they're about done with that. But either which way.
There's still another one to come out?
Yeah, there's another one coming out. Look it up. There's another one coming out after this one. So with that being said, I'll go see that movie for free. I don't care. Like, I got nothing to lose, right?
Right on.
So hopefully it's decent enough.
Anything else coming up that? Oh wait, hold on. Any good previews at Guardians?
All right, so there was a bunch of previews at Guardians. So,
Anything worthwhile?
well, you have the Indiana Jones movie that was coming out.
How about the
Ooh.
Flash?
Oh, there you go. So, Flash is coming out in a couple weeks, less than a month away. I think it's June 19th. The Flash, Flashpoint is coming out.
Okay.
So, that's going to be
Some
kind
hype
of crazy.
around that, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's going to be crazy. Matter of fact, June is a big month for movies. And if Ernie can work his fingers and figure out what movies are coming out in June, that'd be great.
Did you see? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
Well, I'm just going to say, like, I know there's a bunch of movies coming out in June. So right now, I know it's The Flash.
Right.
I want to say Transformers is coming out.
Okay.
That might be July though, but either which way, it's within like a month and a half from now.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of movies coming out in June and July. Like this summer is
Ninja
going to be crazy.
Turtles.
What Ninja Turtles?
There's a new Ninja Turtle movie.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a car. It's.
Well, I mean, it's hard because there's a lot, a lot of them. And
There's a lot of
different.
movies. There's a lot of
I
movies
guess
coming out in
universes.
June. I'm telling you right
Did
now.
Did anyone happen to see the trailer for the new Scorsese movie?
Well, which one is that?
Let's find out.
That's the one with DiCaprio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks
I got a
fantastic.
9-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Festival.
Cans. I am hyped for that. That trailer.
What's the name of the movie?
I'm not sure. Let's give it a Google.
Let's give it a Goog. Let's go.
See who can get there.
By the way, this is the first time we're talking about movies first. You heard it here first. This is why it's a special edition today.
Who would have thought?
Pillars of the Flower Moon.
Yes, that's it.
There you go.
Thank you to
I
our
mean,
legal
Joshi.
representative.
Our resident lawyer. So what's the movie about? You got something?
I guess it takes place. you know, in the past. I'm not sure the year exactly, but it looks like
Is it another mafia movie?
no.
Okay.
But it looks like it takes place, you know, in you know, where there's Native Americans, and yeah, it just you know he paints quite the picture. So I'm definitely hyped for that. I don't have a lot of information on it, but I'm definitely
All right.
he has my interest.
We got way too many guys here looking up stuff that are not coming up with anything. So it's pissing me off right now. And I need to know what this movie is about. I don't understand why we're doing this. Probably should have waited this till the end of the show. Normally we do. This is my fault. We're off the cuff today.
This is what happens when you don't prepare.
I prepared. You guys
So
need
it's
to
good to have a
prepare.
plan.
Okay? You guys need to figure it out. We got laptops and phones. Guys are drinking over here. We're having a good time. I hope everyone out there watching is having a good time. But we need to figure out what movies are coming out in June first.
That movie comes out in June because I'm not.
I'm not even talking about that movie. What I'm talking about is I need to know what movies are coming out in June because I know there's a bunch of them.
I told you. Did you turn on
97 minutes.
Transformers?
Hijack 76.
What the hell is that?
Airplane. This is action packed.
You know what?
Beginning to end.
Get Out.
Airplane, the movie Airplane. Is that what that was?
Is it a remake on Airplane? Is that what's happening?
It's a hijacked plane.
Spider-Man.
Crash.
The new
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yes, that's one of them.
How about
Oh.
Angels Fallen, Warriors of Peace.
When does the Spider-Verse come out?
That comes out.
I hit on those Jordans, by the way. So that was cool.
That is cool.
June 2nd.
So June
Okay, so
2nd
that's
is the
soon.
Spider-Verse,
A
right?
couple weeks.
So then we also have The Flash. Then we have Transformers. There's something else in June. What else we got in June? There's a few different things. It's like one movie every week is coming out.
Boogeyman.
No, that's not it.
Indiana Jones.
There you go. Indiana Jones, another movie.
Did you see the trailer for that one?
I did.
What's your
It's
feeling
all
on that?
CGI. It
Yeah.
looks like garbage.
Yeah.
You think it looks like garbage?
Uh
Andy?
oh.
Yeah.
I think we have a difference of opinion here.
Well, expand on that thought.
Well, first of all, Harrison Ford is what, 96 years old?
He's actually probably 81 years old. Yeah. He's not 96, but he's close enough to that. He's closer to that than my age.
Right.
So that makes sense. But they use a lot of CGI to make him look younger. So
Which is the disturbing part.
you think so?
Yeah.
All right. What about the action in the trailer? It looks good, no?
I haven't seen the trailer, to be honest with you.
Oh, great. Thanks. All right. So moving along now, because this guy wants to talk about
What's Black Lotus?
Black Lotus.
Not familiar with that.
Is it White Lotus?
Black.
But just
Lotus.
black?
By the way, as a kid watching Temple of Doom on HBO, probably one of my favorite childhood
Yeah,
memories.
well, but that's part of the problem, right? Because nothing's going to compare to those.
No, that's a core memory right there.
It's going to be a letdown from that no matter what.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys. But I want to tell you right now, this Indiana Jones movie is definitely going to be better than the Crystal Skull that we got like 5
That's
to
not
6 years
saying
ago.
much, though, really, is it?
Yeah, that's not saying much. Right.
Agreed. You caught me. You caught me. But still, as long as it's better than that,
Okay.
it's Indiana Jones.
Remember
guys.
they had
Like,
a
come
show
on.
too,
Yeah, Young Indiana Jones.
or like that's what it was.
Yeah,
Or
it was called Young
the
Indiana Jones.
Chronicles or something.
Yeah, it was like
some sort?
Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, whatever it was
Something
called. It was
like
Young
that.
Indiana Jones something.
Anyway, that
But
was a
either
show
which way,
on.
either which way,
I think it was on network television. Right?
yes, we can all agree that we're hoping this movie will be better than the Crystal Skull movie, right?
Right.
Okay.
Do we have any? You have anything else on movies?
Oh, I mean, we have a bunch of stuff on.
Oh,
movies,
keep
but,
going.
You know what?
Have at it.
You know what? I digress. And now we're gonna transition.
To television.
Do you want to transition?
I think we should do the media in that
Sure.
way.
What do you got?
I got one show.
Do it.
It's on Netflix.
Let's go.
It's called Beef.
Beef.
My buddy Mike Wells told me about it. So
Okay.
shout out to him. Great show.
Well,
Really
what is it about?
Really enjoyed it.
What show is that?
Beef.
Beef.
Oh, yeah, you said.
Glenn from The Walking Dead fame I think his last name is Hune or something like that.
But
in real
what
life.
does the show entail without giving it away? Like, what is it
Um,
about?
About, I guess, losing your. It's hard to describe it in a few words, but I guess like you know when you lose your cool and you have reactions, like what those reactions can lead to. Yeah, I'd say that's a good.
Beef is based on a real road rage incident.
There you go. Speaking of rants,
You know what?
callback.
I feel like I called it 2 weeks ago.
There, you,
Well, what's the road
Premonition.
rage? Do we know anything else about it?
It's a Korean director, and it's all about a couple of friends. There's a road rage, and they all decide to pit each of them against each other.
Oh. Wow, Koreans, they're crazy. But in a good way. In a good way. For the show, right? I feel like it's like a play, you know what I mean? Like, they want to make sure they put up something good and like they play off each other. So, it's all good.
Well, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Did you watch the whole season?
Yeah, I crushed it. It's like the episodes are like I guess between a half hour and 40 minutes.
And how many episodes?
I think it's 9 or 10.
Oh, so it's quick. You get it done in a week.
But he's great. The cast is great. David Cho, I thought was awesome in it, and I didn't even know he was an actor.
Who's that?
He's like an artist,
Okay.
but I think he also had a show as well. And in the beginning of each episode, they put like the title up, and then there's like a painting behind it, and I didn't look this up or anything, but I would put my money that those are his paintings. With each episode. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So check that out and let us know what you think.
So, okay, so we got Beef, right? We got Barry that you were talking about that I'm going to watch
Great show.
literally after this week. I'm going to burn through it next week, and we'll talk about it next weekend. So we're not going to get too much into it, but that show will be huge for us because we both love Barry.
Yeah.
Great show.
Best show on TV right now. And
check out next episode for that because we're going to check that shit out. But I just yesterday started watching Yellow Jackets, which was one of our epic shows that we talked about a few weeks ago.
Good show.
And let me tell you this. I don't want to say too much about it. I watched half of the first season.
Okay.
And it was kind of wild, and there's a lot of different things going on there.
Right.
It's got a pretty famous cast too.
Who?
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. Christina Ricci's on there.
Yeah.
Julia Lewis.
Yeah.
Sophie Thatcher.
By the way, let me just say, I love Christina Ricci.
She looks exactly the same.
100%. I love her in the show.
Really?
I don't even care how she acts, but she looks hot in the show.
Really?
100%. So much so that if you Wikipedia her and you look at her, she looks like kind of bland, but on this show, smoking hot. And
I had a thing for her since Casper, dude.
Right. And we were all growing up with her, where she did Casper, she did the Addams Family, and now she's doing all this other stuff. So, like, do you know that she's only 43 years old? She's our age.
Black Snake Moan as well.
She's our age.
Yeah.
I mean, she's married and she has kids, but whatever. Smoking hot. As of right now, Yellow Jackets is a great show. It's confusing enough to keep you wanting to watch the show, if that makes sense.
Like
Right.
Lost?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
They definitely borrow
Just
something.
like-
They
yes.
definitely borrow something there.
Yes. It's almost like I don't know where it's going, but I want to know where it's going, and I want to find out what's happening here. It's a dope show. I'm halfway through the first season. There's 2 seasons right now. It's unbelievable. I don't know who wrote it or whatever, but they're doing a great job. And there's like Ernie said, there's a lot of famous people there.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a ton of famous
Yeah,
people.
Juliette Lewis. Too.
Yep. And she hasn't aged either. She looks hot too.
I'm gonna disagree there.
Yeah, she's looking a little
long in the tooth.
long in the tooth.
As Shady would say, or Steve, a little long in the tooth. I mean, I think
Although
she's so good.
she did a great job in the miniseries that they did, Chippendales. See that?
Oh, I
I
heard
have
that was
not
good,
seen
but I
that
haven't
yet.
seen it.
I haven't seen it
She
yet.
was great in that.
Okay.
That was good.
I'll have to check that. Thank you.
That was very good.
Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna check that out next. I guess I don't know, but yeah. So that show is dope.
I always think of Cape Fear and Natural Born Killers.
Oh well, of course, Natural Born Killers. She was even in Old School. Do you remember her in Old School?
She was in Old School?
Yeah, she was in Old School.
Huh.
She was at the beginning and at the end with Will Ferrell when they're in the
Yes,
supermarket.
now I remember.
They're in the
Now I
supermarket. She's like,
remember.
"Oh, you lost weight. You
Yeah.
look good."
Yeah.
She like flirting with Will Ferrell. She looked good there. She was good. She's good money. But yeah. So
Shout out Juliette Lewis.
yeah, there you go. Boom. What other shows do we got? Oh, you know what movie I started to watch?
Or back in the movies.
But it's a movie TV show.
Let's
It's not
let's
a
hear
TV
it.
show. It's
This
not
is
a
what
TV
you
show.
get on birthday, right?
This is birthday
That's
edition.
right.
Freestyle.
You get whatever we're gonna give you
Go with the flow.
today, and you're gonna love it. I promise you. The Tetris movie, Apple TV.
I told you.
Oh, did you? Now while you spill my popcorn all over my floor. Great. So yes, it is a movie.
The pieces
but
are
it's
starting
not a
to fit.
movie. It's not a movie in the movie theater, right? I started watching it, and it's kind of fucking cool,
Yeah.
right?
Awesome.
It's got like the 8-bit graphics when they're showing you different panels and everything like that. I didn't finish it yet. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow.
That's on Apple?
It's on Apple Plus,
Apple
Apple
TV,
TV Plus, whatever it is. And that guy, whatever his name is, he's crushing it. It seemed to me for the first like 40 minutes that I'm watching it, this guy's going from like Korea to Russia
Yeah.
to fuck everywhere, and he is trying to like just sell Tetris, and it's hilarious because I only imagine where that movie ends because we all know how good Tetris was. Everyone loves Tetris. So it means that at the end of the day, he succeeded.
Shout
right?
out to Game Boy.
Yeah. Wow. Ernie knows. Ernie, tell him what happened in that movie.
Well, we
Give
don't
it-
want to ruin it.
Spoiler.
No, I mean you're gonna have to ruin it for everybody because this is the show right now. If they haven't seen it yet, they're behind the 8 ball and they're gonna have to watch it. But you know,
That's how he does his part in selling the game.
Right.
Has it packaged with Game Boy.
right?
Oh,
So
okay.
Nintendo comes out with Game Boy.
A
They want-
la Duck Hunt.
Right.
With Nintendo.
They
with
want-
the
they want-
NES.
They want the rights
And
to
I'm
Tetris.
sorry, Mario Brothers, rather.
They want the
both
rights
of
to
them.
Tetris, and he has to try and sell or buy the rights to Tetris for a handheld game, which happens to be Game Boy. And I didn't even finish the movie yet, but I would have to assume that it works out for this guy because otherwise it wouldn't have been a movie. But it's great.
Speaking of Game Boy, do you remember Virtual Boy?
You know what? I don't.
It's
I don't.
crickets. It was like a virtual reality thing where you, well, not really, but you put your, face in like this, and then it had like a little red screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was
it
that long ago?
Oh, this was probably
Wow.
early '90s, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's crazy.
not really useful, but thought I'd mention.
So,
Useless knowledge.
I'm sure somebody
I'm
out
full
there
of
will
it.
know about it, which is fine. So, with that being said, do we have anything else to talk about with as far as
I
movies
think we're
and TVs?
Nintendo done with that.
When the 10 done. All right, well, that's about it.
Well, obviously it's actually worth some money because somebody's selling one on eBay for $1,800.
Oh, so it's a rare
What, Game
commodity.
Boy?
No, this Nintendo Virtual.
The Virtual Boy.
Oh, wow.
I should tell my friend. I think he has one. Make some
I wish
make
I
some
had one for
fast
$1,800.
cash. Yeah.
I could have bought a new mic system for us, or we could have bought a laptop. We could have done something
We'll
over
get
here.
there eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there. You're 100% right. Right now, all I know is Ernie's eating all my popcorn from the AMC movie theaters in Roosevelt Field.
I gotta say, movie popcorn, it's crack.
A little too much butter for my liking, but
Oh, really? That's not what I'm seeing over there because you're eating it all, and I put that butter in there. But it's okay. Too much butter for your liking? Put it down there, fat boy. not shaming anybody or anything, but he's been eating popcorn for the last 15 minutes. And then he wants to talk about too much butter. It's okay. No big deal. Anyway, we're going to move on. What are we going to talk about the sports aspect of things? Because you know what? It's been almost 25 minutes. And we didn't start off with sports for the first time
Rare.
in 9 weeks.
What did you think of the NFL draft?
We talked about that weeks ago. You're late. You need to be here.
You're late to the
No one's
party.
trying
You're late to the party. Come with something current, or we're not talking about it, Devang. Okay? What we're going to talk about right now,
Being hot.
we're going to talk about the Yankees and the Mets and how they're both on fire right now. Here we go. All right? The Yankees are won 10 out of 14 games. Hot. I know they probably haven't played many good teams, but you know what? They're doing damage when they need to do damage. And Aaron Judge is on fire. He's probably going to be the player of the week at the very least, if not the month, because he's hit 7 home runs in 7 games going back a week, which is awesome. Now, on the other side, or let's say the flip of the coin, the polar bear, and now I hope Shady can chime in here, aka Steve. He's been on fire too. He's the only offensive player on the Mets team that's been doing anything for them to win ball games.
That's not true at all.
Oh well, let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, I mean, like,
Let's
you know,
hear
first
it.
of all, yeah, he's the major catalyst for the team. But all these baby Mets that they've just pulled up, man, they've all been doing well. I like what I'm seeing from all of them. Alvarez has been tearing up the ball. So he's been performing. Marte looked like he's coming around finally, turning the corner. The only guy who really cooled off a little bit is maybe Nimmo, but nothing like too crazy.
What about McNeil?
And I mean he's been hitting too. The Mets have been hitting as a whole. Alonso Barnett has been the clutchest player on the team.
Okay, so my statement wasn't wrong.
No,
per
it is
se.
wrong. You said he's the only one producing.
No, I said he's only producing, but he's meaning like he's the
coming up for
clutchest.
us in big spots as our cleanup hitter, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. And his hits have come in spots where he's actually won baseball games for them. Has Aaron Judge had any walk-offs lately or anything like that?
No walk-offs, but he's
It's
valuable or
getting
anything like
personal
Right, it's
already,
getting
folks.
No, I'm not saying
Same
that, but like,
person.
you know, you say Aaron Judge will be player of the month. Has any of these hits, these home runs, he's always having won games for the team?
absolutely.
So he's had walk-off hits.
No, he hasn't.
That's my point.
He hasn't
It's
had
the
walk-off
walk-off,
hits.
the clutch factor.
He hasn't had walk-off hits, but he's had game-winning hits. Meaning, like, you don't have to have a walk-off hit in the bottom of the ninth to win the game. You
No,
could
and I
have
agree
you
with
could
you.
have
I
you
agree
could have a
with you.
home run in the 7th
Game
that
starts-
gives you the lead,
game starts
and you
in
win.
the first inning, first pitch. I'm on
Right.
board with you, but
So then, what are we talking about here?
we're talking about two different things. You're saying
Yeah.
you're saying that Alonso's the only one producing. He's not. 1, 2. All of Alonso's hits for the majority have come in very clutch.
You know
big
what?
Spots.
You know what? You want to talk this shit? Come on
No,
down.
go
Come on
right
down.
Go
Come
right
on down.
Go right
Come on down, bro.
We got a call
Come on
out.
down. You gotta come on down. You gotta come on down.
No.
All right, then we're not taking anything you say seriously.
He's declining.
He's
to be
declining. We're
invited.
not taking anything you say seriously.
I'm declining.
Are the Mets over 500 yet?
Yes, they are. 2 games.
Okay, good. So finally, they made it over 500.
5 games behind the Braves.
It's been what's today's date? Oh, I'm sorry, May 22nd. So by May 20th, they finally got over 500. Meanwhile, the Yankees have been over 500 the entire season.
So
it's okay.
Unlike you, I give the Yankees credit. All right, I think
I
there's
tried to give the
I
Mets
think-
credit,
I
but then
think
you
they
want to go
played-
on that Lindor has been doing this and that. Meanwhile, he's hit 1 home run in however many games. He's batting .220. Like,
the lineup.
listen,
the lineup with us
you
was
want to
never
talk
gonna
about
be
your
the issue.
rookies? That's fine.
Look. Let me just say this: the lineup for us was never going to be the issue. I always thought the issue was going to be, and we touched upon this: those 2 starters at the top that are getting up there. And now Verlander had a good outing against Cleveland last night, but I need to see a little bit more than that. I can't just see him do. You can't have 1 good outing and then 5 days earlier get rocked, give up 6 earned runs. So if those guys can build, we can get something going.
First
But
off,
all I'm saying is this: all these other Met fans were hitting the panic button, calling, oh, we need to get rid of Showalter, we need to do this and that. Way too early in the season.
100%. I agree
Way
with you
too
with
early in
that.
the
Is
season.
100%.
Verlander better than Garrett Cole?
Who?
No.
Justin.
No, not right now.
So Devang brought up a good point. So let's transition. He wants to know if Verlander is better than Garrett Cole, and to me, that isn't even a serious conversation. And I would think every Met fan would say that this year.
Historically, Verlander's the better pitcher. This season, Garrett Cole is better.
Right, but that
But I don't know where
Historically-
he's going with that.
historically
I don't know if he's
it
going
doesn't
with
matter right
I don't
now.
know if he's going
He's
with
talking
that.
about this year.
Oh, this year? No, Garrett Cole.
Right.
Also,
As of today.
Right.
Did he get his sixth win?
Now,
Did he
hold
finally
on.
get his sixth win?
Hold on.
Did Garrett Cole get his sixth win? I'm just curious. I really don't know. 'Cause I know he had five. And then
I'll be honest with you, since we're going off the cuff, I don't even know.
And then our statistician.
also,
Yeah, our statistician is eating, so we don't even know.
also, two guys at completely different points of their career.
Correct. So here's the thing, folks. Verlander's on the tail end of his career, and Garrett Cole is just at, like, I don't want to say the beginning of his career because he's probably pitched for like 6 years now, so he's not at the beginning. But Garrett Cole has a longer shelf life, let's say, like a banana. You know what I mean?
Would you say he's climaxing?
No, he's not climaxing yet, but
I don't know if I would ever say climax.
Right.
You might want to say
Wow.
peaking might be a
Peaking.
better
Wow.
word.
Would you rather
Peaking.
take Jacob DeGrom or Sandy? What's his name?
Alcantara?
Alcantara.
Right now,
Are they better
Alcantara.
than? Are they not better than Garrett Cole? Those two.
wait, who are the two you're talking about?
DeGrom and
I think
Alcantara.
you give me all three. Out of all three of them, I'll take Alcantara.
There you go. There you go. So the Wanderer will take Alcantara. I'm going to stick with my man, Garrett Cole.
Is it because you're a Yankee fan?
100% it is. And I'm not
No, he's a
trying-
homer. He's no
Yeah.
no
I'll
lies.
finish my thought on the Mets real quick. Because I don't
No,
want-
we're not
I
there
don't
yet.
want-
We're not there yet. Hold on. We're not there yet. Unless you're going to come here and finish your fucking thing, we're not doing it. Okay? So, with that being said, all right, Ernie, do we know what Garrett Cole's record is right now?
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, no problem. He's at least 5-0 because he hasn't had a loss yet. And
That's still gotta get the
yeah, you still got to get the
butter off my finger.
yeah, you gotta get the
Game
butter and the Lay's chips off your fingers. We also have Doritos here, which I'm surprised he didn't eat yet. But anyway,
Shout out to Doritos. Love the purple bag.
right, the
Oh,
purple
the,
Lay, the sweet chili,
There you go.
sweet chili. Sweet
That's
chili.
a good one.
But you know, what we can say for sure is the AL East is the best division in baseball.
I gotta get an argument from me on that.
Yeah, I know
The
you are.
NL East is off to a slower start this year than I would have thought. But I mean, like, the thing about the AL East is it's very top heavy. It's very top heavy. You have those two teams sitting at the top with the Orioles and the Rays, but I mean,
Garrett Cole has 5 wins.
so you can't get that six.
So he didn't get the 6th win yet.
6 wins.
It's all right.
The AL East is a very tough division this year.
And
Your sleeper team, the Orioles, yes.
there
no
we
for
go. A
They're
little
doing their
feather.
thing.
Little
you. The
feather.
Rays, obviously, but the Rays look like they're coming back down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, you know why? Because they were called out for cheating, and now all of a sudden they're back down to earth. They've been 500 baseballs since they've been called out for cheating.
Yeah, I don't read too far into that stuff. I think it's more gamesmanship than anything.
I'm not gonna say either which way,
It's
to be
more
honest with you.
gamesmanship than anything.
I'm not gonna.
And
let me ask you this.
What
Let me
do you
ask-
do with cheating? Some New York broadcasters when they were coming into town. Like,
Yeah,
stop, bro.
no, not that. No, no.
Have they
no.
been accused of cheating on MLB Network by someone on there? No.
It doesn't
Have they
matter.
Found it of anything? No. It's gamesmanship.
I
It's
find
gamesmanship.
it weird that once they say there's something going on in Tampa, and then after that they play 500 baseball, and then before that they were playing like 80% like win percentage. I find that weird. I find
don't
that a little weird.
I
Like
don't.
I'm not gonna say
I'll
there's
tell you why I
anything
don't
going
find it
on.
weird, because I don't think the Tampa Bay Rays are concerned about what WFAN is saying.
Yeah, but
And I'm just being honest. Like, I'm
no,
just being
but
honest,
that's
you know?
the point.
I don't think
Though.
they were all listening. Like, oh my god, they figured this out.
But that's the point, though.
It's a coincidence.
How is it a coincidence?
And they're still sitting
So
at the
as
top.
soon as they get called out, they go 4-6.
They played. Listen, they ran into a couple of good teams there.
Oh, well,
The Mets are no slouches. The Mets are the same team as last year that won 101 games. They just traded Verlander for DeGrom. That's basically eventually they're the same team.
Right.
Okay. And
However,
now they have the young guys coming up. Eventually, Mauricio will come up here. But the problem with that is and again, I understand why people say this is, well, you don't have this enormous payroll, but you have all the farm guys coming up. Sometimes that's what it takes. You know me, I'm not. Listen, I go out there, I like to spend on the big guys, but at the end of the day, if the chemistry is there with the young guys, play the hot hand. That's what baseball's all about. Guys go down, guys come up. That's what it's all about.
I don't disagree with that, but I feel like you're taking more of like a Mets spin on some of this
Not
stuff.
being objective, and I'm not just saying this as a Met fan.
No, you are.
They
You
weren't
are.
playing well, but I wasn't hitting the panic button. And now
With who?
the Mets in general, they weren't playing well at all, and I wasn't hitting the panic button. I was just saying it's early in the season. Teams go through slumps. Like last year, they went
Right,
through a
but we're not
slump late in the
talking about-
season.
We're not talking about the Mets right now. We're talking about the Tampa Bay
Let's
Rays.
go with the Rays.
When they got called out for like something happening, and then once they got called out, now all of a sudden they're playing under 500 ball. So
They didn't get
before
called
that,
out for anything happening. They got called out for it being weird. There are players who were not doing anything for their entire careers were all now all-stars.
right? Not only that, it was like journeymen and veterans that have never done anything like this before, like Ernie said, and then all of a sudden now
I see.
they're off the charts.
It seems the law of averages
Right.
has
Okay,
caught
so
up
let
to
me ask you a
them.
question. You're saying the Tampa Bay Rays are actively cheating, or at one time were actively cheating?
No,
I'm not saying any of that.
it's something is
Oh, so you're saying
weird.
it's a coincidence?
Something
You're
is
saying- you're
weird.
saying it's odd.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Speaking of weird, was it weird when Judge looked over at the dugout a few nights ago
No,
and then hit that home run?
No.
not.
There was nothing weird about that.
It was only weird up until the point where the pitcher admitted after the game that he tipped his pitches.
There you go.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Judge looking over the dugout? What was that all about?
First off,
He said
he wasn't looking over at the
So where was he
dugout.
looking?
Can you believe this?
He was looking at the first base coach.
Okay, so what? Okay, so wherever he was looking, what is
No,
your
no,
take on
no,
that?
no, no.
What is your take on that? Give
Time
us
out.
your
Time
analysis.
out. All right,
I
guys.
don't care where he was
Guys,
looking. He wasn't looking at the picture.
Guys, things are getting crazy right now. This is a crazy episode right now. So things are getting crazy. Everyone's off the rails. So let me explain something to you.
This might be a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, we're not going home tonight, guys. Anyway, so let me explain something to you. He wasn't looking at the dugout. That's what he said after the fact. What he really was looking at was the first base coach. The first base coach was picking off the pitcher's tip pitches. Like he caught something from the pitcher. So he was looking at the first base coach.
This is Manoa.
No, I don't know who it was, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter. It was the Blue Jays.
He tipped his pitches.
It was the Blue Jays.
Who admitted they tipped their pitcher? The Blue Jays pitcher?
Yeah. I don't remember.
He admitted afterwards.
So
that
the
he
Blue
was-
Jays pitcher admitted they tipped his pitches. The first base coach is picking up on that
Correct.
and then sends a signal to Judge,
Not saying
alerting him.
he's looking like.
Okay, so Judge is somehow
There's
now
nothing
looking at
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
Right.
that. That's sportsmanship.
that sportsmanship all of a sudden.
It is.
But when the Astros were doing it with
Hold on
devices
a
and
minute.
sound things,
No,
Hold on a minute.
Listen, I get it, but listen, if
Steve, you're going crazy because no, it's not a bluebird blue. It's not a redbird red. Okay. First off, we both know what you actually think about this. You're just trying to get in there right now, so we're not doing that. So
He's being agent provocateur.
yeah, he's trying to poke the bears. What he's gonna get? And
Wake
in a
the
minute,
wake the
he's
dragon.
he's gonna get the claws. So we all know what the Astros did was entirely different than what the Yankees and every other team in baseball do. You get a guy at second base or first base or third base, and they pick up a tell. That's fine. That's exactly what the Yankees did that day. That's what Judge did that day.
Has Judge come out and admitted that he did that?
No, he's not going to admit that because if he does
So what
admit
is
that,
he
it's-
saying
it's
that
up.
he did?
He's saying that he was telling the guys in the dugout to quiet down,
Okay.
which I understand that.
New York Yankees baseball is saying that's their message, that Aaron Judge was telling the guys in the dugout to calm down. Because
Not calm down.
Aaron Judge is representing the Yankees in that situation. He's saying, guys, whatever the case may be. I don't know what's going on.
All right,
They say the
listen.
contact.
You're putting me in a spot right now on my birthday where, like, that was a week ago. Where, like,
Did you talk about it though? This is current.
no, it is current. But what I'm saying to you is I don't want to quote totally what they said. But what I'm telling you is the day of that, he was telling the guys to quiet down in the dugout.
Okay.
We all know that wasn't the case.
Okay.
Now,
But
we
how do
all
you know
saw
that? But how do you know that wasn't the case?
because we watched the game.
Okay, so you're saying based on this is based on your observations.
Yeah, based on my observations,
I think we're gonna have to wrap this up at some point.
right? Agreed. But we're gonna tie it in a knot right now.
Yes. Okay.
So here we go. From what we saw, he was saying that he was telling the guys in the dugout to quiet down. We all know that probably wasn't what was not happening, right? However, if the first base coach is getting a tell on the pitcher and he relays it to Judge and Judge is picking up on it and then he hits a home run, there's nothing wrong with that.
Fair enough. I just
Because
wanted to know your
it's
take on that.
no different. It's no different than a guy on second base picking up the tell from the catcher on if it's a curveball, slider, changeup, whatever, fastball, and then that guy hits it out from the second baseman, like from the guy on second. There's no difference, right? So there's no difference in that.
Well, I mean,
That's just smart baseball.
it is different in a way because if you're stealing the sign, you're stealing the sign, so to speak. But if the pitcher's tipping his pitches, that means he's giving away what he's going to throw by the way he's gripping the ball.
Right.
So that's just his ball.
Right. But that has nothing, there's no difference. Well, there is a difference from what the Astros did where Jose Altuve has like basically like a beeper on his chest and they don't want to take off his
Sure.
jersey or shirt and he doesn't want to take it off and he's getting like some kind of telltale sign from whoever.
What was his excuse? My wife said no.
Yeah, my wife says I don't want
So
you know.
I'm just going to put the finishing touch on this because I understand there's other things that we need to move on to, etc.
There's not much more.
All I would say is, I would urge everybody that when you start to throw around circumstances in which you're accusing people of cheating or weird things or coincidences, I think we should always be very careful about how we do that. Because it's one thing to say the Rays are doing this, and all of a sudden now they're slumping because they got accused of cheating. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we'll never know about. And the Judge thing is one of them because that's not coming to the surface. I think a lot of teams do it. I remember playing high school baseball and getting signs told to me and people tipping pitches, all that stuff. It's part of the game, I get it. Well, I think we'll have to be very careful when we throw around different things like accusing people of cheating or things of that nature. I'll leave it at that.
You can't leave it at that. You're
The fuck
ridiculous.
is that?
What the
I think
fuck
baseball
are
is a
you talking
sport
about?
where you have to be smart about it. You have to play smart.
Listen.
But people have to be very careful about when they accuse other teams
No.
or read too far into things. Because
First
the
off,
Yankees just got caught with something like that. Now, granted, I was in this pitches. I get it's part of the sport. It's
I feel like we're digressing.
but
Right.
people might
Right.
people might say that's also cheating, and you can see how they would say that.
Who's cheating?
In that case, that would be Judge and his first base coach.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Because
I'm just saying,
because they're not doing what the Astros did with the banging on the drums or
I
garbage
agree. I'm
cans
not saying
or film from wherever and then like little
devices.
the little devices where it's vibrating and then all of a sudden they don't want to take off their shirts. You know, whatever.
Fair
You know what? It's neither here nor there.
We'll move on to something else.
You know? We
Yeah.
should. I don't know what we're moving on to be honest with you, but whatever.
I'll have a closing thought on the Mets real quick. Okay.
Well,
5 games in a row.
no, finish.
No, real quick. Closing thought on the Mets. 5 games in a row. Nice little win streak. We'll see what they do now on the road against Chicago and Colorado. Speaking of gamesmanship.
What do they do in Colorado?
No.
When they play Colorado.
No, now they're going to Colorado.
Right, but when Colorado came to the City Field, what happened?
Oh, I don't know. That was weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. We know
Yeah.
they lost
Let's go
2 out of
Mets.
3.
Let's
Already
go
had
Mets. There you go.
Mets in the
They lost
13th.
2 out of
Speaking
3.
of
Let's go
gamesmanship,
Mets.
speaking of gamesmanship, you talk about afternoon games. Okay, Chicago Cubs are notorious for playing afternoon baseball. They
Friday 2:20,
right.
2:20 start.
They love playing afternoon games in Chicago, but it's more than that. They're known for the afternoon baseball. They're starting the Mets up with 3 games that are all at 7:40. Like I don't understand how they got caught in that situation. And they're on the road, and they're flying out to Colorado the next day. But I guess it's all part of the gamesmanship, and that's baseball for you. I love it.
And day baseball is just
Right.
a thing of the past.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
that's what
I
it
agree,
is.
Ernie. I guess next, you want to go what you touched on, I think, in the opening with the purchase?
What, the AMC thing?
No,
Huh.
Brady.
Oh, so yeah. All right, we'll do this real quick. Tom Brady apparently is buying a part of the Raiders.
There's some significance with that, though.
What's the significance?
The Snow Bowl game with the Oakland Raiders.
Right.
Where it all started.
Yeah, that catapulted them essentially into the Super Bowl that year.
That's
That was
where
huge.
it all started for
That was huge.
TB12. No,
When's that last
Give this guy a birthday cookie on his birthday. Look at it. We got birthday cookies coming from the
Here we go.
center.
Birthday cookie.
You're welcome, brother.
yo, it's not my birthday, but I'm not going to deny a cookie. Come on, man. Thank you. What is this, Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy.
All right.
100%.
Cheers.
It's also unknown how much he purchased. If it's 1%, they were reporting that it could be up to 40. It could cost him $40 million. Now he doesn't have the money for it, but we're just saying.
Yeah, it's not an overwhelming amount for the Raiders, but whatever he does own, he's now gonna throw a feather on there, and he's gonna be like, I own a part of the Raiders, but whatever.
The thing to do for these guys nowadays, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about the NBA? What do we got on the NBA right now?
Well,
Miami Heat
the-
is up 3-0 on the Celtics. Can you talk about that one?
surprising to me.
Well, to be honest, that should have been the Knicks.
Wasn't Miami a play-in?
Yeah.
And they're about to take care of the number 2 seed.
Well, weren't they playing when they went to the finals in the
bubble?
in the
Yeah.
bubble?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, I think they were.
Which tells you the NBA regular season is a joke.
There you
It's
go.
garbage.
And on the other side, it's Nuggets up 3-0 against the Lakers.
I'll tell you right now.
Just for the record, I love that.
Right.
It's looking
tell
like
you right now.
looking like the Joker's gonna get his. He deserved it. He's been outstanding in Denver for a long time.
I'll tell you right now, LeBron James and the Lakers do not want to fucking travel anymore. So that both series are done. Whenever they play, they're done.
Definitely underwhelming
Yeah.
conference finals,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, you know what? You wonder. You're right, because after the series before, it was very contested and very hard fought.
You were
series.
into it.
Yeah, everyone was into it. The
Yeah.
Knicks for the Knicks, it was a tough series, and they need another guy or two, whether it be a sharpshooter or whatever. But they gave the Heat a hard time, and right now the Boston Celtics haven't given the Heat anything,
Yeah.
and that's the problem because the Knicks beat the hell
Well,
out of the Celtics.
I do have to mention too, the Sixers Boston series was almost over in Game 6, right? And then it flipped the other way. So maybe they just ran out of gas. I don't
Looking that way.
know.
Who knows, man? I mean, either which way, I feel like if the Knicks beat the Heat, they would have turned tables over the Boston Celtics. The Heat are going to the finals.
Yeah.
And is the Heat game tonight?
Yes.
The Lakers are playing right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. The
Wait,
Lakers,
so then-
the
so
Lakers
then-
are tonight.
Oh, so Lakers are tonight.
No, the
other
Heat
one-
won last night. The Heat won last
Yeah.
night.
I
It was
think
the
that's
late
gonna
game.
be-
Oh, yes. Sorry.
I think that's gonna be a
Celtics
good
and Heat
series.
is tomorrow.
So there's no basketball game tonight.
Yeah.
No, right now. Right now it's
Where?
Denver and
ESPN, Denver and Los Angeles.
Lakers.
Denver Heat.
They're in LA.
Oh, so it just started.
The second quarter.
I don't know,
It's the
but
second quarter.
yeah. What's the score then?
40 something, 40 something. It's a close game.
All right.
Right there.
There you go.
48-42.
42.
All right, we got a game.
And
Look at that.
Denver is leading 3-0.
Unfortunately,
Right now.
you
So-
know, you want a little closer, but hey, never say never, as
Right.
they say.
As
So
Tom Brady once said.
right.
Or
The goat.
as the Red Sox
The goat.
said.
The
I
goat.
think the Red Sox said that one year, right?
The goat. So so we're watching the Denver Lakers game, and the Lakers are up 50-42.
So first, you got anything else for sports?
No.
All right. Well, I guess
So
we should
go with your
I'm just gonna
music.
I'm just gonna throw in a couple of music
Yeah,
picks
go with your
as
music.
the standard, and then we'll head on out. Yeah, these aren't any new albums, but just albums that I think you might dig. All solid. Sound Ancestors by Madlib. Actually, no, I've given that one already, so we're gonna cross that one out. We'll have to edit that in post. The first selection is Auditorium by Gangrene. Gangrene is Alchemist and Oh No.
I might have gangrene on my foot.
I hope not. And Oh No, who's
I'm leaving.
who's Madlib's brother. So yeah, check that one out. It's their first record.
Right.
I dig it. Second one, and the last one is No Time for Dreaming by Charles Bradley and the Minahan Street Band. Great record. I really enjoy it, and I got to see him play in Brooklyn a few years before he passed, so that is definitely a fond memory for me. So yeah, only two selections this week. Sorry about that, but
No, it's all good.
we'll
What
get
else do
you
we
some
got?
more next week.
Right. Do we got anything else as far as TVs, movies?
No, I
sports?
think that's it.
I got music, buddy.
What do we got?
Next Saturday, I am going to a Taylor Swift concert with my daughter. How about them, Ryan? Do you know how much I paid for those tickets?
All right,
Probably
hold
a
on,
lot.
hold on.
Probably a lot
Where
of
is Taylor Swift playing?
New Jersey,
MetLife?
MetLife.
All right, so
That must have
Taylor
been a pretty
Swift is going to
penny.
be at MetLife next weekend. What date?
Saturday.
Are we talking floor? What are we talking here, Devane?
Bro, she booked out the first day she even opened up the tickets. Like, you had to get on the internet for 8 hours.
You had to be in the cult, I think.
You have to be the cold.
Well,
Taylor,
you know what?
Taylor is I know
Are you on
like
the floor?
punk rock groups, but Taylor is fucking
It's
amazing.
not a bad thing.
Are you on the floor?
Everyone loves a Taylor
GA?
Swift.
Are you GA?
I think I'm on the floor, but we'll see.
You
Those
don't.
tickets were
Did you
fucking
look?
immense.
Did you look at the tick? I know you.
My daughter did it.
I know you-
My daughter.
Oh, you. She just gives you the bill. I got it.
She
Okay.
used his credit card. Didn't
You know
even give the bill.
You know the deal. Shit.
Wait a minute. What was that? Arnold is the chief action officer of Netflix?
When did that happen?
It's a commercial, right?
Who cares?
I think it's real.
That's literally Arnold
it's hard to
Schwarzenegger,
tell-
the Terminator.
It's hard to tell these days.
Yeah, who cares? That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fubar,
Fubar coming Friday.
the Night Agent. That's a good show, by the way.
Good series.
We'll have-
Extraction 2.
we'll
yes. The Witcher
Oh,
season
these are
3.
all. Oh my God! We got
Guys. Hold on. So, yeah, Netflix got a bunch of shit that's happening right now. Arnold Schwarzenegger's all over the place. The Witcher, whatever. What's going on?
Wait, getting back to that Taylor Swift thing. What happened with that?
Jesus.
I heard those tickets were hard to get.
They were very hard to get.
I have to be fucking online for like 7 hours. So I have 3 screens and I'm working, and my other screen's got the Taylor Swift thing.
I think you gotta sign off, right?
At 3:30, it opens up. I'm like, I push the fuck. Listen, when you have a kid, it's my youngest daughter.
Guys, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're talking about Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
guys, listen. Taylor Swift or not,
Thank you for coming.
we're signing off here tonight. May 22nd, episode 9. There's a bunch of people here. Amish Doshi's here. our resident lawyer that takes care of everything that we need him to take care of. Devang, shut the hell up. All right? Shady, shut up. No one cares about the Mets. All right? Devang does nothing. Okay? But my boy Amish does everything that you need him to do. Bankruptcy, whatever. Amish, tell me what you do.
Amish Doshi, for all your legal needs. Just give me a call. If I can't do it, I'll find somebody who can. 516-622-2335.
Now give us the website.
www.doshilegal.com.
Wanda, what do we got? Give it, round it out.
Peace out. We hope you enjoyed the mayhem. Take care of yourself.
Yes, this was a crazy show. We hope you enjoyed it. Everybody was here. Shout outs to Steve, Devang, Ernie for doing everything that he does. The other two guys, whatever. Amish is finally here, and he finally spoke on our show, which is fantastic. Wanda is always here to my left, which I love. Give us a little something.
Way to go, guys.
Thanks, Amish. We're out.
And then that's it. For another day, for another week. We'll see you next week. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy your week. We'll see you soon.